Hey everybody, welcome to Talking Sports with Josh and Neil. Today's Wednesday. This will be episode 2. So once again, Josh, Neil, because this is the second episode, so we might be having some new viewers. Today we're going to go over kind of the same thing we did last week. It's going to be baseball and softball preview / recap. And then we're going to make our way down to UTRGV. We're going to do some baseball, the schedule, the playoffs are coming up. We're going to do a preview of the football schedule, and then we're also going to have a little pick'em that we're going to do for the UTRGV football schedule. And then I apologize also, once we're done with the baseball and softball segment, we will be doing a pick'em as well for the playoffs. After that, we're going to be going to the NBA playoffs, and that's what we have for today. So stay tuned and get ready for another show.
Turn your passion into a powerful career at Texas Southmost College. Our automotive technology program will train you in everything from maintenance to full vehicle systems repair. Earn a certificate or associate degree and get certified to work as a C maintenance or B-level technician. You'll be guided by seasoned instructors who have decades of real-world automotive experience, helping you get ready to roll into the industry. So take the wheel and apply today at tsc.edu.
Time to take a new look, maybe your first look at Buick. If smart, hip, and affordable is for you, Buick's your brand. For you, Buick, Brownsville, Texas.
No importa en cuál etapa de tu vida te encuentres, Texas Southmost College está aquí para ayudarte a progresar. Ya sea que estés empezando desde cero, cambiando de carrera o adquiriendo nuevas habilidades, TSC tiene programas accesibles diseñados para adaptarse a tus metas. Es hora de dar el siguiente paso. Piensa en grande, piensa claramente, piensa en TSC.
And we're back now. So we're going to start with softball. Unfortunately, for everybody but one, there's only one team left in the Valley that has made its advance to the Elite Eight for the playoffs in softball. PSJA Bears, they're going to be going on to play Dripping Springs in the Elite Eight matchup. Winner goes to the Final Four. So if everything goes PSJA's way, we'll see them in the state championship. They only need to win 2 more games. Yeah, so they ended up beating. Let me check my notes here. PSJ ended up beating Vista Ridge, swept them. I think we've talked about her a couple times on this show. Emma Escamilla, I would say hands down best player for PSJ. Again, for softball especially, one player doesn't make the whole team. But having a person like that who can pitch lights out a full 7 innings, maybe 9, 10 extra innings, and then go on to have I don't remember what the exact stat line was. I know she had 2 home runs in the elimination game. But to have somebody like that can do both, it's going to be hard to lose.
You're not surprised that PSJ is there, right? Mm-hmm. Talked about it, good program, good school.
Bear down.
Yeah. As you mentioned, great kid from Escamilla, a part of the leader in that team and proves it on the plate. She shows up to the games and shows up, and she showed up when it matters during these playoffs, because playoffs are a totally different animal. And they're proving it, and the program's proving it too. So I'm surprised that PSJ is getting there, and they have a good chance of moving on too.
And we see it a lot with teams, Valley teams. They make it to the 3rd round, 2nd round. They will blow out teams in the 1st round because you're playing Valley competition for the most part, and then you move up to 2nd round, 3rd round, Corpus, San Antonio, Eagle Pass, wherever that may be, and the competition starts to even out a little bit, and you see the experience, the inexperience. This is where the little things really add up. And either you're winning the games by very little margins or you're losing. We've seen it here. We've only had a couple of teams in the Valley the past couple of years go to state or the game before state. So it's very rare. So PSJ is making history here, being one of the few teams to do so. And, they have a premier program, a lot of returning players for next year. And I mean, I'm excited to see them play against Dripping Springs in the Elite Eight.
Coming with full head of steam, you know. This is like their last team, and this is playoffs, so every team is supposed to be good. So
the fact that you're sweeping them, you're beating them handedly in the Sweet 16. I mean,
you're playing good competition, and you're moving on.
Yeah.
To just face harder and harder opponents, bigger schools or bigger programs in the state of Texas, right? So these girls are here, like, you know what, we got this, and they're showing it. I mean. And we've mentioned that PSJ is an astounding program for a lot of sports, and they're proving it and going a little far in the playoffs. You know, just being moving on to the
Elite Eight.
Elite Eight. You know, and they beat that, they go on to the Final Four. And
their baseball teams in the Sweet 16. Yeah. I mean, they got both teams, both squads.
I believe a lot of schools in the Valley have really shown in softball that we're putting kind of the Valley on the map for softball. You know, I mean, let's just talk about a couple years ago, Wesco
winning state.
Winning state, you know, that wasn't that too long ago. But a lot of these teams making good playoff runs, good deep runs.
We were still in high school, so let's not say that was that long ago because
still
we're not that old. We were still in high school. We were seniors.
They're really showing the South Texas, the Rio Grande Valley, right, putting them on the map for softball. That like we got kids, we got players, we got teams that can all play and really go far in these playoffs. And
I've heard the term a lot, especially when we made it to the second round of the playoffs. The second round is Valley Week. That's what a lot of teams up north like to say, right? It's Valley Week. Come in. It's where the San Antonio teams, Corpus teams, Austin teams, they sweep up the Valley. Yeah. Let's move on to the Sweet 16. So it's good to see that for once or for very few times that it's the opposite. Where we're moving into the second round and we take care of business with the San Antonio teams, Corpus teams, and now we see again PSJ Elite Eight, and I'm excited to see them hopefully move on to the Final Four.
Yeah, no, they should do great things. Hopefully, make it a series and they should, man. They should perform, especially Escamilla.
I expect them to perform.
I think we're holding them to a high standard, right? They're kind of the better programs here in the Valley, PSJ, and they should, having a player like Escamilla that can do it all and just show up in big moments, big situations. Like, this is playoffs, and shoot, she's still coming in, putting numbers, putting in stats, so that's a good thing to see too.
And that PSJ team, they got a whole. I can't get names out of the top of my head. I know they have. We went to go watch them play against Wesco. They have a whole number of players. They have their catcher. They have a third baseman, Ariana Lugo. She hit a home run in that game against Wesco. So their whole team,
good program too. They were playing.
Yeah, they were playing against Wesco. I mean, we just talked about Wesco winning state not that long ago. They're keeping themselves to a high standard. So we've seen them play against best of the best competition, and they've shown that 1 through 9 in the lineup they can hit. In the defense, there's not a drop off. So I mean, like, we've seen. They're deep on the pitching rotation. Even though in softball you don't need that many pitchers, but they got 2 great ones. And I mean, the defense is outstanding. We saw it. They play great defense. If they come into the game, they say, if you want to be in a like a stalemate, a slow game, defensive game, we can do that. But we know they're going to end up picking it up towards the end.
Even if they're down, they'll still come up. Because in that game, if you remember, they were down on Wesco, and then something happened, and they just saw it, and boom.
And I mean, yeah, like they can play with you in defensive games where it's 0-0, 1-0, and if you want to come out and have a hitting party, they can match that energy.
No, it's a good overall program, good team, good coaching. You'd say good staff probably that gets into those. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you need a good coach. The coach makes a lot of difference, pushing the players. Their work ethic, the fixing the little things, and that helps too, you know.
Yeah, so that's going to be the wrap from PSJA. Exciting to see them this weekend against Dripping Springs. Up next, we're going to have Mac High. They did not win. They lost to McAllen. They lost to McAllen. I had a problem with that team name last week too. They lost to McAllen. You hate to see it. I was at that game, the third game. It was 1-1. I know in the second game, so Mac High won the first one and took the lead 1-0. Second game, McAllen ties it up at 1, and then I went to the third game where they played, and it was over in the first inning. McAllen came out in the first inning. They got 7 runs. Score was 18-3 total. Mac High got all their runs at the end. In the last 6th inning. So, I mean, it was more. I think we've said this before. If you listen to any of the games that I've covered or last week's show, I think it was more defensive errors than actual runs being scored. Because give credit to McAllen, they had a lot of hits. A lot of runs scored. But Mac High had about 4 or 5 errors, and each error was responsible for 1 to 3 runs.
I mean, it's also a playoff situation, even just the stakes. Third game, win or go home, right? They still made the series. They still took 1 game away from them and tied the series, so they showed up to play, and they still win all 3. And I mean, being in the situation, and you say to see it, butterflies are in the stomach or just little things.
I mean, their best pitcher's a freshman. Their second best pitcher is a sophomore.
Learning player. So I mean, that's good to look for the future. They're still going to have a good program. Good players are coming back and should build on this moment. And you hate to see it, but maybe it could just be that too. It was third game, win or go home. And
it's when the jitters start getting to you.
You feel that pressure, and that's like what you're saying. It could be more of little errors, little things, and those small things become just a very huge thing. And things like that happen. You allow so many runs in, but you hate to see it, But they should look forward to the future of still having young players in there,
And I mean, they kept it kind of close. I mean, it wasn't like it was 7-0, but then in the first inning, and then all the way to the 4th inning, like Mac High they couldn't generate any offense. Credit to McCollum's pitcher, Maddie Ruiz. She came in. She had 1 strikeout for the whole game, but she pitched the whole game minus 2/3 of the last inning. Came in, delivered. She put the ball in. She made Mac High put the ball in play for her defense to make plays. And I mean, she had a no-hitter through 3 innings, through 4 innings. That's more than half the game. So credit to her, credit to the defense, because to get almost a no-hitter with no strikeouts and that means your defense is making all the plays. So she's got a great defense behind her. I mean, that's why they're in the Sweet 16, right? For Mac High, they came in, like we said, some might say limping into the playoffs, right? I mean, they came in 4th in their district. So eking into the playoffs, won the first round, swept Corpus Christi Moody second round. They come in, they win the first game, blow a lead in the second game, and that's when you see it slip. Really, that's when I saw it.
I believe the school is from San Antonio.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean sometimes we always think San Antonio schools, the bigger city schools, are gonna just pound on the RGV teams or just beat them. But hey, they took 1 game away from a bigger school, a bigger program, you could say.
Took it to the wire. They
took them in 3 games, so they still showed up and did what they had to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was the other school looking that I'm playing the San Antonio school, hey, like I saw the other school beat them, so now it's for the other teams playing, they should see this moment of, hey, this little school took them a little far and all that. So,
and I mean, it's a more senior heavy ball club, I would say, but I feel like the players in the primary positions were younger. Were the ones that were going to be coming back next year. They had Ari Villanueva. She's a pitcher. She's I believe she was batting 3rd in the lineup, so one of their best hitters. Freshman. You could see the moment kind of got to her a little bit. She got taken out of the game for a little bit. Alcantar came in for her, started pitching well, but then she got hit on a little bit, and then they brought Villanueva back into the game. And I mean, it was kind of just, you could see that the jitters were getting to her. So
they see it. They're big pressure moment, but
15 of they had 8 runs. They had 7 runs in the first inning, and then 8 runs in the 3rd inning, and I believe, or the 4th inning, and then I believe 3 runs in the top half of the 6th. So I mean, 15 of the runs came from 2 innings. Like, it's not like it was 5-5-5 or 5-4-3. Any of it was just one big inning, couple strong innings, and then another big inning. So I mean, it's a testament to how young they are, right? We're gonna see them back next year. Hopefully, it's key players coming back at first base, pitcher, outfield. So it's good to see.
They're really showing how good the RGV is in softball. Still making playoff runs, making good runs, playing against good schools, taking them to 3. So that's a good thing to see too for the future. Hey, we still got young players. We got freshmen. We got 2 sophomores that are good. So hey, it's a good thing for a program. Good thing for the Valley too. That hey, these softball teams are gonna be here for a while. Making good runs hopefully and stuff like that.
Who'd you pick to win in that game?
Mac High.
Mac High?
Yeah, I said Mac High. Relax.
I'm gonna go down who we're when I go over for baseball right now. We both picked PSJ.
Yeah.
We both picked PSJ, but I don't know.
Anyhow, but
I'm gonna start questioning your ball knowledge.
They should be good next year too, and make another run hopefully, and go a little bit further if they can. So
yeah, so we're gonna move on to the baseball segment now. We got we're gonna be recapping this weekend's past couple games. So a couple teams made it to the 3rd round, to the Sweet 16. We got PSJ Bears La Jolla. We got two La Jollas, La Jolla and La Jolla Palmview. And then we also have Harlingen South. We'll get to that one in a very close minute. Harlingen South. And then we also have Sherryland. So 5 Valley teams for baseball making it to the Sweet 16. I like those odds. I like 1 or 2 or all 5, right? I like a good amount of them making it to the Elite 8, which, I mean, we were just talking about it with PSJ, right, for softball. So if we can see a couple of those make it to the Elite 8, we'd love to see that. So I'm going to start with the first game here. Los Fresnos ended up getting swept by Laredo United South. We covered that game 1. It was close it wasn't close until the end. It was 5-0.
Yeah.
Laredo United South came out dealing. Their pitcher was just, making it look easy out there. He came in and he was dealing out there on the mound. And then Los Fresnos just couldn't get a hit off up until, I would say, was it the 6th inning?
Yeah, it took him a while. Like you said, I think you commentated too, like the score doesn't really show the whole game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple errors.
Because I think Los Fresnos was really playing good, phenomenal ball. Because they would still get hit time on them. They'll get on base, but darn it,
they had a lot of base running mistakes to where
they maybe got a pickle they shouldn't have gotten, or they didn't listen to the third baseman, or they should have stayed, or whatever. But and it happens, because they were hitting off. They're still getting hits off the pitcher, so that's a good thing to see. They were in the game, you could say.
Yeah, but in the 6th inning, they got runners on base, 2 runners. They had bases loaded, and then a bases clearing double, and the score is 5-3 like that, right? So but it's the 6th inning, right? The game's almost over. You can only have momentum for so long. So 5-3 is the score. It's a close game, but we're not talking about 1 through 6 where the score is 5-0. And Los Fresnos really just couldn't help themselves. And it was like every time they would take 2 steps forward, they would take another step back. Yeah. You get a hit, you get on base, you get picked off. Or you make a base running error and you get caught in the pickle, you're out. And we saw that a couple times to where those are prevented runs, where you get a runner on with nobody out, and then it ends up being a strikeout, try to steal, and you get caught in between. It's 2 outs right there. It's like a 2-out swing.
Yeah.
So you hate to see it. It's not we don't like seeing the Valley teams lose, especially closer to where we're from, right? But it's Laredo United South was just a better team. They came out in the second game. The second game also
had pitching, and had hitters. Yeah. So
second game, Los Fresnos I believe rallied. I think Laredo United South was up. I don't want to be wrong here, but 8 or 9-0, and then Los Fresnos came back but ended up losing. So United South gets a sweep. They'll be moving on to the Sweet 16. So congratulations, Laredo United South. Econ falls to Buda Johnson. That one wasn't really competitive, you would say. Yeah. I had Econ as the team to watch. I thought they were going to do some great things, and still it's a successful season. Making it to the second round of the playoffs. It's not if you're the coach, if you're the players, it's not a failure of a season, right?
Yeah, you still made it there. Playoffs is a hard thing. You were able to pass the first round, which is already a little hard, but hey, you got there the second round. But it's still a successful season, like you said.
Yeah, it's a brief go over, but they came in 18-17 total. It didn't look like they were even supposed to make the playoffs. Again, districts change everything, right? Your non-district records don't matter, but came in and came in a little hot. Won the first round also. So again, it's another situation where you just fall short to the better team, and the great teams that you see beat the better teams do all the little things right. And it's very rare. That's why we rarely see it down here. Up next, we got La Jolla versus Medina Valley. Didn't get to cover much of this, but La Jolla moves on. They beat Medina Valley. They got a couple nights. They came in 28-6. Well, another thing I like to see is that they were 14-3 on the neutral field. That means that it doesn't matter where they play, but they play better when it's meeting halfway, and that's what the playoffs is. Unless it's by district or maybe the second round, you're most likely meeting teams halfway, So you playing somebody in San Antonio. We're from Brownsville. We're going to be in Corpus. They do better in those kinds of situations. They showed it here.
They even out the playing field for everyone. And
made quick work.
And they show home field advantage doesn't really matter to them, and they can play and being away or in the neutral sites.
Yeah, they got a couple good players on that team. They have, that helped lead them to the win, right? Alex Bocanegra, he has an 8-1 record as a pitcher, so second in the Valley. Matthew Ortiz is tied for second in batting average. He got 554, 40 RBIs, and 5 home runs, all top 5 in the Valley. Again, that's offense and defense, right? So it's La Jolla's very complete team, one of the best teams in the Valley. Top 3, I would say, baseball teams in the Valley, and they showed it. That's why they're going to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, and hopefully they can still keep going on. They should. Having a good pitcher like that and having hitters, two hitters, that's already offense and defense right there kind of solved for you. Yeah. Hopefully, have another good pitcher because, the first pitcher can only pitch so much. And
especially in a 3-game series where it's not just win or go home. We're gonna test you out. Like we talked about those Fresno's Westaco, where they played game 1 and then games 2 and 3 were back to back. Again, your starting pitcher, if he goes over there, throws 50, 60, 70 pitches, he can't pitch the next day.
Yeah.
So you come in, and now you got a double header. Then the first game went to 12 innings.
There's when the managing part comes in. They can manage his pitchers, manage everything, and see when he can use them. Because that's a pitcher you want to have in the hard moments, in the situational moments where you just want to get you out of the situation you're in. But still having 2 good hitters that can hit, that's offense created there. They can get on base, they can put people on base, or they can just move the bases. And
exactly.
That's a good thing to see,
Up next, we got PSJA, ended up beating Church Clemens also. So PSJA, another one of the 5 teams moving on to the Sweet 16. What do we always say here at this show? Bear down.
Yeah,
I will say that until they lose, and even if they lose. They beat Harlingen pretty handily in the first round. Second round come in. They end up beating Church Clemens. Again, they got a lot of great players. I can go down a full list, right? They got a great roster. They have great coaches, and they're gonna be moving on to play. Give me 1 second. They're gonna be playing Austin Westlake. So it's a little bit of a
we know Westlake
level
very
up.
good.
We know Westlake. We've seen Westlake. They are. It's gonna be tough. Again, no game in the playoffs is tough. It's like you're moving up.
Yeah,
it's not. Don't expect it to be easier every time you go up.
But PSG being a good program that they are, they should hopefully do something. Put hits on them. Hopefully take 1 game. But they're a good program in the Valley overall, and a lot of things we just talked about earlier with softball. The softball team's going pretty far, and so are they. And hopefully they can all make noise.
I agree fully. So it's going to be an exciting one. That's going to be this weekend as well. They got a couple players, right? We talked about complete teams, pitching staffs. They got JT Reina. JT Reina, Jorge Castillo, and Ethan Olivares, all with a 187 or under ERA. So 3 pitchers that can deal it. Yes. And JT Reina, 35 hits, also a 547 batting average. So again, they can do both. Deep pitching rotation, 3 pitchers, and their bats when they're hot, they're hot. Only lost I think 4 total games, 5 total games.
They'll be good for the series. They can put 1 pitcher, start the other one, then move them around, or just manage the way you have to manage them, but it's good to see 3 pitchers.
And when you're going against a powerhouse like this against Westlake, I would say what you need more than anything is the pitching.
Yeah.
I think this is my personal opinion, right? I think preventing runs is harder than generating runs. I think so because to generate runs, you can play small ball, you can get on base, steal some bases.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you ever seen Moneyball? I know you have.
You gotta get on base.
Yeah, you gotta get on base. I think to prevent is harder because they can do the same thing to you. How good is your defense going to be?
Being in this playoff situation, it's good to have 3 pitchers that can show up and hopefully y'all keep the tempo or just helping each in the situation they can. And hopefully they all have a different type of pitching style, different pitchers they have in their bag to make it hard. So that's a good thing to see that in this series of the playoffs, you're playing 3 games, you're playing 2 or whatever, and you have 3 pitchers that can help you.
Moving on to the next game, Palmview versus Rowe. Palmview moving on. The 3rd of the 15 making it to the Sweet 16. Fortunately, they ended up beating another Valley team. But like we said in last show, it's going to be one or the other. Yeah. But we're glad to see a Valley team move on, right? Palmview coming in. I don't remember who said they were going to win this game. Who'd you pick?
On Palmview one?
Yeah.
Palmview.
Let's go check. I have these notes here. Don't front. I picked Palmview. We both picked Nicky Rowe. We're wrong. We're wrong. I'm sorry.
Nicky Rowe was coming in here pretty high, but shoot.
Don't hate me on TikTok, guys. But Nicky Rowe coming in, I thought they were it's not also always necessarily about the better team. It's who comes in with the full speed, full steam ahead, all the momentum, right? Because momentum, I think, in my opinion, is the biggest thing in high school, college sports. I mean, college is why they call it March Madness in college basketball, right? Who has the most momentum? I mean, how are you gonna stop these teams where they're just carrying? Who has more motion?
Yeah.
Slow motion better than no motion, right?
Exactly.
So
no, but I mean, like you said, I mean, you want to come in here hot, winning your last series. You won the last 4 games before the playoffs. You want to come in here with good momentum, not really coming here with some bad or we're doing so. I mean, because at the end of the day, how you're feeling, how you're getting encouraged, it can change everything, you know.
Yeah. And I mean, especially against a Valley team where it's not an insult to any Valley team, but if you're a Valley team playing another Valley team, I guarantee you your cortisol levels drop all the way down because you're like, okay, well we know who we're playing. We know this team. This team doesn't have a mental advantage on us like an Austin Westlake would, like a Lake Travis would, like a Duncanville would, you know, like teams like that. But
you're right. I mean, they shouldn't be thinking or believing they're going to just say, "I know I'm going to win," or going with that momentum like that. That type of mentality, you know.
I also think it's you're right, like they shouldn't be, but at the end of the day, you have to understand that these kids are 14 to 17, maybe 18, right? 14 to 18, this is where like it's all mental. The sport is all mental, and I mean it's really like if the team fully believes that they can get anything done, they'll get anything done. But if even one person thinks, I don't know, it puts it in jeopardy.
Coming in here, you should always be with the mentality of, hey, let's always do our best, and we're gonna go in there and prove them or show up. You know, you should never go in there thinking that, oh, maybe this or maybe that. Like, no, and this is when the coaches or the managers come in, right? Like having a good coach behind you that rallies up everyone and makes it a good environment and wants you to play good. I mean,
that's why coaches don't play, baby.
Yeah, but luckily, I mean, in my experience, I've always been able to have good coaches around me, and hey, they make it fun, they make it good, a good environment. I mean, I believe you too, right? Always having good coaches around you helps a lot. It goes a long way, it really does.
Yeah, I mean, so it's going to be exciting to watch. Palmview will be moving on to the Sweet 16. They're going to be playing against Bernie. So I met somebody from San Antonio, Bernie. It's not pronounced Born, it's Bernie. So Bernie, and it's going to be a good one too. They got premier baseball school, so it's going to be an interesting game. Moving on, we got PSJ North ended up losing to Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial. I mean, Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial came in 21st ranked in their district in Texas. They didn't expect to lose. Like you could tell early. So I mean, it sucks for PSJ North because they had a really good squad. They were senior heavy. So I want to see how this team comes back next year. How they bounce back in a terms of players lost.
I mean, they should. I mean, hopefully for the players that are still there around, they should take this moment and experience and say, hey, like, I want to do this again. I want to be back in the playoffs. I want to make more moves, go deeper in the playoffs.
Because we see it a lot where teams that are senior heavy, they do the best that they have in a while in the playoffs. They come out not so hot the following year, talent-wise, because they lost all their seniors. Or people think that the seniors that got everything done, it can easily be achieved, and it's really not. And you find out the hard way when you're underperforming in games.
I mean, but hopefully there's the younger players, the underclassmen can learn from this. And hey, like, I learned this from the seniors. Let me implement it. Let me do what they did. And hopefully keeping a playoff team or making more moves in the playoffs.
So that's going to be PSJ North, Corpus Christi Vets. Up next, my favorite game of this slate. The game that we went to go cover. We went to go cover game 2. He's still recovering.
You're not welcome.
He was almost not welcome down in south of the valley. I was almost not welcomed in the Rio Grande City part of Texas. As soon as we walked into that game, it was hey, I know you. Yeah.
Hey,
like don't step foot in the.
Shout out to the Rio Grande City people. They're very nice to me, very friendly. I don't know about you though, but. I mean,
I got a couple looks. Yeah,
I'm still riding with them. I think I'm do something, man.
Yeah, you can ride with them next year because they're not going to be in the playoffs. So next Rio Grande City versus Harlingen South. I mean, another team where South going to be moving on to the Sweet 16. They won the series, swept them. It wasn't as close a series. I mean, as lopsided a series as it looked. I mean, South won the first game 2-0 and then ended up winning the second game 4-0. And we watched that game. We covered that second game, 3 errors because the pitcher for for Rio Grande City, Hiram Lopez, he was pitching his tail off. I mean, he was giving his defense every opportunity to make plays, and unfortunately, they couldn't be done. Lopez, one of the best pitchers in the Valley. They had game one. DeAndre Rodriguez, best hitter in the Valley, best pitcher in the Valley.
They had the numbers, yeah.
I mean, it was both pitchers were doing their job. Both pitchers. I mean, when you ask your best pitcher in the Valley to go full game, only allowed 2 runs, and then your second best pitcher in the second game to allow 1 run. The other 3 were errors. So it's tough that your offense can't generate anything. The Rio Grande City did not score a single run this whole series. The score was 6-0 for both games. So
I mean, you gotta give props to Harlingen.
South. They were able to play through a defensive battle and
keeping them
make it
to
through.
0 runs both games, not just one but both. Is I mean, also going up against the best hitter in the Valley. You know,
we saw firsthand where he went 0 for 3 against Mission. We thought it was down and out. We're like, oh, this game's over. Let's go to Texas Roadhouse. Boom, hits a grand slam. We're back in this ball game.
Yeah, no. Good for them, though, really. I mean, hey, I'm still riding with Rio Grande City, but hey, I mean, Harlingen South pulled up. They showed up. They went against
they showed up and they won. They got it done.
The better school, because they had the numbers, had the kids, had the stats, had everything. But hey, sometimes these mentalities, maybe they thought they were the better team, or we got this. But hey, Harlingen said no, I don't think so. And
it's more of an in-game thing too, right? Where like you make a couple errors, couple runs go by. Pitcher thinks it's on him, even though sometimes it's not, right? Again, it's a team sport. But the third baseman, shortstop, second base, first baseman who made the error, they all think it's on them. And it's when you you really see the cream rise to the top, where the mental fortitude, how like it stays together, or you just easily see it collapse. So I mean, that was the game. It was more of a defensive battle. Pitchers for Harlingen South, congrats to all of them. I mean, I came in. You can quote me on this, by the way. I came into this game saying that they got 3 great pitchers, and they allowed 0 runs in 14 innings of baseball.
Good hitters too, you know.
Yeah, they have James Esquivel. He started the second game. He has a 1.7 ERA. Juan Vasquez, a 1.25 ERA. Ryan Porter finished the game for South. He has a 0 ERA. And I mean, they showed out. They played against one of the best hitting teams in the Valley. Shut them out. Lights out. Good night. Up next, we got Corpus Christi Ray versus Sheridan. Last baseball game for the Valley. Corpus Christi Sheridan ended up beating Corpus Christi Ray. They'll be moving on to the Sweet 16 as well. They're going to be meeting
another really good baseball team.
Yeah, another great one, the best one in the Valley. They'll be meeting with Liberty Hill. Liberty Hill has just every sport you could think about, but a great baseball prestige as well. So it's going to be an exciting matchup, especially with Sheridan coming in representing the Valley as the best team in the Valley. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a good game. Sheridan coming in beating 7 playoff teams. They came in, they beat Donna in the first round, and then they beat Corpus Christi Ray. So it wasn't really close. I mean, Sheridan knew they were the better team coming in, and that's rare when you see it with a team in the Valley.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, they're the best in the Valley for a reason, and hopefully they can show it. And I mean, show the best what they got in the bag, what they got against this. I mean, like you said, a prestige program.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a best on best matchup. I mean, Sheridan is ranked 42nd in Texas. I mean, they're no slouch to success as their program has had many years prior. So I mean, I'm excited to see this game unfold here.
Hopefully they'll do something, and they should put up numbers, or at least win one game or make it a series. But I mean, good luck to them. Hopefully they do something, you know. And
they're a very upperclassmen heavy team, not senior heavy. Remember, juniors considered upperclassmen, so they could have a lot returning next year. Best team in the Valley. They got 3 pitchers under a 1 ERA: Roy Rodriguez, Sergio Ibarra, Heber Garza. And then they have 3 players with 2 or more home runs, 3 players with 16 or more stolen bases. I know I already went over that last show, but I mean, it's a testament to why they're still alive. Yeah, I mean, why they're still here. It shows
why they're the best. Yeah. They're showing in the numbers.
And I mean, so that's going to do it for the baseball softball segment. Actually, you know what? I apologize. We need to go to the pick'em real quick. So I haven't even done the totals, but I mean, we could go off of just Harlingen South, Rio Grande City, and it looks like a landslide. But we won't. Man. We're not. So softball, real quick. We got one game. PSJA versus Dripping Springs. Who do you got?
I got right at PSJ. Come on, you two, right? Bear down.
Bear down. I'm gonna ride with PSJ all the way to the end. In softball and baseball.
PSJ both ways, baseball and softball, and they're a good program. They're good everything overall. Yeah. PSJ, you think of PSJ, you think of the good program. Football, baseball, softball.
No promises in football, but baseball and softball.
Yeah, but I'm probably confusing the wrong two PSJs. But,
no, yeah.
But no, hey, they're here. They're going on and moving on in the playoffs, and hopefully, I want to ride with them. Hopefully,
I mean, yeah, we're on the train.
They got
the first one. I bought my ticket.
They got the stats, they got the numbers, and they got the kids for it. So they should do something.
Next game, we're gonna have baseball now. So we got Sharyland versus Liberty Hill. We just went over Sharyland. Who do you got? I mean, write these down so you don't.
Give me Liberty Hill.
Oh man, you just hate the Valley, huh?
Nah, man, I love the Valley. Bro.
Yeah, you sure? I'm gonna go with Sharyland. I mean, why not? Best team in the Valley came in to handle business at Corpus Christi Ray. I'm gonna say that they get things done here against Liberty Hill and move on to the Elite Eight. La Jolla versus Dripping Springs. You want me to go first, or you want to go first? I'm gonna go with another Valley team, La Jolla. They handled business in the second round of the playoffs. I say they do the same exact thing in the third round.
Oh man, it's a hard one. Give me Dripping Springs.
Dripping Springs?
I'll be Springs.
Sure you hate the Valley today, man, dude. I don't know what's going on with you today. Up next, we got Palmview versus San Antonio Bernie. Who do you got?
They gave me Palmview on this one.
Palmview?
Coming in
sure?
A good program of Palmview, so I think they should do something.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bernie on this one. Yeah, no, I hate the Valley, right? No, I don't, I promise. But I think La Jolla, I don't want to say reached its limit. I mean, I'm sorry, Palmview, I don't want to say reached their limit, but I mean, Bernie is just, it's a tough team, man.
I love your good underdog stories.
Yeah, you do. That's why you picked Rio Grande City. How'd that work out for you? So next we got South versus Cedar Park. Harlingen South, Cedar Park. Who do you got here in this one?
Give me Cedar Park.
I'm gonna go with Cedar Park as well. Like yeah. I know. Just kidding. Give me Harlingen South to win it. Give me Harlingen South. All my people in Harlingen South. I ride with you guys. I'm gonna go with South on this one. They coming in. I mean, they couldn't really get the bats going that much. A lot of errors, right? But I say, throw all that out the window. We're done with that. We're gonna move on to the third round now. We just shut out one of the best hitting teams in the Valley. Why can't they do it? Why can't they do it to Cedar Park, huh?
You didn't even go hard and who's we, bro?
Why can't we? Who'd I pick?
All right, man.
Yeah. Don't be mad just because Rio Grande City's not in it, bro. Right. I'm sorry. We'll get you a hat. Anybody in the Rio Grande City area can get them a hat or any Rio Grande City apparel. We send it over here. We'll take it. Up next, we got PSJA versus Westlake. That's gonna be a tough one, man. I mean, who you got with that one?
Choose, dude.
I'm gonna go with Westlake. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Westlake is a tough program.
Too.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the road ends here for PSJA. Yeah, and I mean I'm always bear down, right? I'll be rooting for them.
It doesn't sound like
but I'm gonna go with Westlake on this one. So that's gonna be it for the pick'em. Softball and baseball preview recap. So we're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna be going over UTRGV, a little bit of baseball, upcoming playoffs, and then the football schedule. So we'll be back after a quick break.
The grocery store, and now they're saying it's my fault. Do you think you could help?
Of course I can help. You should be focused on feeling better.
Oh, thank you, Law Champ. Hey, do you think I can get a selfie?
Of course.
This is the island where even the grown-ups forget what day it is. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
The middle. It's in! That's another touchdown! Now that becomes a hit. And that's going to be a fumble recovered by the Cardinals.
Insurance companies want you to settle and settle fast. Do not settle. The Nava Law Group will get you what you deserve. We've won millions for our clients. Make the one call that can change your life. DoNotSettle.com.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry standard iCar Academy to get you job ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career forward, TSC's auto body repair program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
Give your little one the best start at Brownsville ISD's Pre-K3 and Pre-K4 programs. At BISD, 3 and 4-year-olds develop fundamental skills that pave the way to lifelong success. With quality educators, access to the latest technology, and free nutritious meals to fuel the day, our young minds explore and learn in exciting new ways. Enroll your 3 and 4-year-old today at Brownsville ISD, the best choice.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
So we're back now. We just finished our baseball, softball, pick'em preview. And now we're going to be moving on to UTRGV baseball and football. So not that big of a segment. I mean, we it's kind of towards the end for baseball, but they ended up they didn't win out in their conference tournament. We talked about them going on a 5-game win streak to close out the year. Very promising, but I mean they're in the playoffs. They're in the tournament.
Coming in 26 and 27, I believe, and so you can see they lost their last series. They won the last game though, so that's a good thing. So they're coming in the playoffs with a little, momentum. Last season game, everyone was there, the crowd was there, the school was there, but they still did lose 2 games, and they lost the first one by, I believe it was like 11 run to 7.
I mean it's tough in baseball. I feel like baseball is more the sport other than more than football or basketball, where the score doesn't always dictate.
Yeah, I mean, there's no time either in baseball. There's none of that.
It's a matter of a lot of runs. Like the score could be, like we talked about it with McAllen High. Score was 18-3. I think 10 of those should have been not there, right? Errors. Same thing with Rio Grande City, Harlingen South. So I mean, it's tough to see. I feel like the competition level is there. I mean, they beat Oregon State. They were there with Oregon State. They come in 26-27 record, won 5 in a they So it's good to see that they're still able to make it into the tournament.
They didn't win the whole series. The last 3 games they played, they lost the first 2, but hey, they won the last one. They come in the playoffs. Just put everything behind. Mm-hmm. The regular season's over, now it's playoff time. They're coming in playing. Now So School, I believe they play tomorrow, the 14th, against. Sorry, I had it right here.
Sure you did.
No, I did. They play tomorrow, so I mean it's playoffs. They just finished playing the last series a couple of days ago, so they're still with this momentum of hey, we won the last one, so they keep that momentum going. So they're gonna come in hopefully with that same momentum, and the playoff series is one and done. So the next game, if they lose, that's it, and they don't have another chance. There's in a series, and hopefully they can make all the way to the World Series.
I mean
the College World Series.
That's
But hey, they did play.
That's a top 10 ball club in the country, and ended up getting it done, right?
Yeah, so I mean, they're there. They show they can play, and hey.
So they're gonna be playing against Northwestern State.
Thank you. Yeah.
So number 3 in this. UTRGV coming in number 3 in the Southland Conference.
That's good.
Gonna be playing up against number 6 Northwestern State. This is the 3rd time that UTRGV is the number 3 seed in a conference tournament. They went 3-2 as the number 3 seed in the 2021 WAC tournament. So, I mean, they've advanced to the championship. They've shown that they've been there before. It's been a couple years, been 5 years. But, I mean, who's to say that they can't? They're coming in as a 3 seed, so top 3. What's it called? They're coming in number 3 of a lot of seeds. So it's as coming in as a 3 seed. It means you got your homework done. As is in the fact that you did your due diligence. You played as best you could in those games, and the tournament committee realized it, and they said, "Hey, we're going to give you a top seed." So I mean, should take care of business against Northwestern State. I don't see why they don't. I need to get some UTRGV stuff to start repping, right? Especially with the baseball season coming up, hopefully we can catch one of those games if they're here. I'm excited. I think UTRGV is going to pull it off, and I mean it's not an upset by any means. They're the favorite, but I think
the first game, it's a good way to get your beak way, move on.
Yeah.
Just hey, let's handle business here and just keep moving on and keep playing with good momentum. They did have a big win streak before the last series they played, and
against Charlotte they ended up beating Tarleton State.
And in that win streak that we talked about, they did play a big powerhouse in the country.
To start to get the streak going. I mean, that's all you need sometimes.
He's still being a powerhouse when you're coming in there as you would say, the very, very underdog.
Yeah.
Still showed up and played a game.
The Rocky to Drago type thing.
So
little nugget here for the game. All time, UTRGV is 3-8 against Northwestern State all the way till 2013. They got swept against them in a home series last month. So I mean, haven't had much success against Northwestern State. But I mean, I would say this is a new team. Just like where we talk about records all the time, but records are meant to be broken, good or bad, right? I mean, you talk about 1-16 in an NFL season. Somebody's gonna get the 0-17 sometime, right? Like same thing with a bad record where we haven't won a game, and so and such. It's bound to happen. You're bound to win. So 3-8 against Northwestern, I say that changes, and I say that they end up flipping the script and getting a couple wins and winning that series.
Like you said, they're the favorite one, so they should get business done and keep moving on and keep making hey, regular season's done. It's playoff time. It's almost like a clean slate. So with a good mentality coming in here, and hopefully they do something. Yeah,
I'm excited to see. So that first game is going to be Thursday at 1 p.m. at Vincent Beck Stadium. 6 p.m. game. The 6 p.m. game, which will be after that, will be Lamar facing Stephen F. Austin. So UTRGV will be playing Thursday at 1 p.m. So make sure to tune in. They're going to be playing against, again, Northwestern State. It's going to be an exciting game to see. Yeah. I know I'm going to tune in if it's on. But so that's what we got for baseball. I mean, it's not a whole lot because we're in the off season for basketball right now, off season for football, and then baseball is kind of already coming to a close. But we're excited. We're gonna be checking that out, right? And now we got football, so a new schedule here. UTRGV coming out with their football schedule, so we're gonna go one by one, and maybe if you want, we can go like what we think the records is gonna be.
Maybe let's get the final roster and
so
move on from there.
We're gonna go with first game August 29th. UTRGV football will be going up against UT Permian Basin. They're gonna follow it up with UTSA at the Alamo Dome, probably their hardest test in this schedule, and it's good to face a non-conference team like that and a good program like that to see where you are early in the year, I think.
I mean, the head coach is familiar with that program coming from that coaching tree, and actually he was there when UTSA first got their football team, so he's very familiar with the UTSA football team and their program. So, I mean, hopefully knowing some insider stuff and he can do something, but obviously
it plays a big factor.
Yeah,
they got after that, so that's gonna be September 5th. We'll come back to the game once we go over everything right now. So September 12th they're gonna be playing Nichols. Those two are away. Then they got McNeese September 19th at home.
Almost a rivalry going on there with
basketball
wise.
Yeah, Amir Khan, baby. Yeah. And then they got East Texas A&M. That's going to be away. Then they got a home game against Southeastern on October 10th at home. They're going to go play UIW at Gale and Tom Benson Stadiums. They're going to be playing at UIW for that game October 17th. October 24th, they're going to have Central Arkansas, and they're going to be playing away for that one as well. Followed up with a home game against Lamar on Halloween. Lamar's a tough program too, and I mean they're one of the best D1 programs in that conference. So it's going to be in that Southland Conference. So it's going to be I'm excited for that game. Halloween too. I mean it's spooky written all over it. Then they're going to have an away game, Northwestern State. We just talked about Northwestern State baseball-wise, right? Stephen F. Austin, November 14th, and then finishing off the season against Houston Christian University, November 21st. That one will be away. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 5 home games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got 7 away games. So 5 and 7. And I'm excited to see. We were talking about the UTSA game, right?
Yeah. The first game is going to be, I believe. I mean, it should be
UT Permian Basin,
the Division II school. So
you did say that about Harlingen South.
Anyhow, but it's a good way to start the season. Hopefully get the win. You never know, Division II school could show up. But the UTSA one should be one of the most exciting games they have.
It's definitely the game that they have either circled or first circled.
Yeah, I mean, it's very early on the season though, so I mean, a lot of things could happen. Hopefully, I mean, that's also a good learning point.
Yeah.
If win or lose that game, moving on from there, they can implement what they saw, what they did, how they showed up against that team to the other teams. But the UTSA one should be an interesting one, as the head coach Bush is very familiar with that program, as he was
one of the coaches there.
Yeah, one of the first that was there when the program was first introduced to the University of San Antonio. So very exciting, very interesting game is going to be there. So
they're going to be going up to San Antonio twice this year. Let's move on to, they got UIW, another premier program in that conference, or
the other conference
as UTRGV opponent, right? I mean, they play them a lot in different sports, and UIW is, I will say, just right now, because UTRGV football wise is just starting in their second year. I would say UIW right now is one tier above them. Nothing against UTRGV, right? It's just more you just started. It's your second year as a program.
A lot of new players coming in too.
A lot of new players coming in.
Is gone, so that's
yeah. I mean, it's gonna be they lost their best receiver, Tony Diaz, to the transfer portal, right? So I think a lot of players have to step up.
Yeah, I mean, recruitment-wise, hopefully they
lost Marburger, a hometown hero here in the Valley, right?
He just had to leave.
Yeah,
lose him, but
he went to UTSA, came back. We still got him, but so we're losing our quarterback, our best receiver. I mean, it's going to be tough. I would like to see how they come back from this. I mean, it's not like it's in high school or the pros. It's a transfer portal, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's the fun part you can say about college, like they would say, is when players leave, players come, but this is when the recruitment part of the university, of the program, comes into play. Hopefully they bring in good talent and good things, and they should have a good developing program in here, as they should develop good athletes. It's still Division I school, so
I mean, I have full confidence in Coach Bush and that coaching staff that they can get things done, because especially in that first year as that program, they
really proved a lot.
They really did. They really did. It's a lot of people. It's not. You don't want to say it's especially that first year as a program. You're not going to be the first one looked at, especially in Texas, right? People might see UIW, might see UTSA, might see Lamar, right? Stephen F. Austin. So they had to make a name for themselves. And maybe last year they didn't get the players that they wanted because it was a new program, and you're not getting. They
did the best with what they had.
Yeah, they did the best with what they had. But I mean, like Tony Diaz was a walk-on. Look what they produced that, right? He also, obviously it was all him, but also the coaching staff to see that as a walk-on.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, he's doing great things at Iowa, right? Marburger, he didn't play that much at UTSA. He was a hometown hero here in Sheridan. They told him, let's come back, let's get something done, right? And again, he maybe wasn't the first choice at UTSA, but he comes here at UTRGV and shows that maybe you should have played me, right? Maybe you should have played me type deal. But so I mean, I'm excited to see now that UTRGV made a name for itself. It's huge here in the Valley now. Last year it was just getting started, and now people know who we are. And I would say that players now make it a destination where they want to play.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not come play here? I mean, and last year, but it was a new year, and I would say this is a harder schedule they're going to have.
Again, like you said, yes, last year was last year and this year's this year. So we can't always dwell on last year. Last year was great. It was a great year, inaugural year.
Yeah, good way to start off.
I mean, we're at a clean slate now.
And I feel now we're playing bigger schools, bigger
Maybe they
opponents.
underestimated us. Maybe they didn't, right? But I promise you they don't now.
But we should really watch out for that UTSA game. It's going to be a a nice, they're going to really test them where they really land, honestly. Because UTSA is already, a couple years ago, they were really good. They were
ranked a couple years
ago.
Yeah,
a couple years they were undefeated, and they had players go to the draft, and those players, I believe, put some of the fastest combine records.
One of them, Tariq Woolen, playing for the Seahawks.
Yeah, so
they got some dogs.
Yeah, they produce some good talent, and it's a good testament to the UTRGV.
Yeah, they got I think 2 stud NFL players. Marcus Davenport plays for the Saints, or he did play for the Saints, and then they got Tariq Woolen, Super Bowl champ. Starting corner for the Seahawks.
UTSA talent right there.
UTSA alum right there.
But the first three weeks, the first 4 weeks should be a challenge to them, as McNeese is they're in the same conference as UTRGV, and they're not too bad.
It's gonna be a great conference game.
And it's already a little rivalry going on, as in basketball. They lost to them by 3-4 points in the tournament.
Yeah, it was a very close game. So there's some bad blood.
So that's another game you want to see.
I know Amir Khan had a lot to say about that.
So I know that's a game you want to see, as it's hopefully a rivalry is kind of born to there. Maybe they don't see us as a rival, but we see them as we already have bad blood on them for basketball, and hopefully the football team could show up and do something against them. And then they do face the UIW, another
premier program.
Yeah, another good little D1 school too, and hopefully see where they land there too. And then, like you mentioned,
hopefully they can finish it off. Northwestern State, we've said, has their number in baseball, right?
Yeah, and then you said Lamar's 2 weeks after they play UIW, so they got tough.
It's a tough road. Every road is in college football, and I'm excited to see where we're going to be tuning in.
Very exciting schedule they're going to have, and hopefully they should have a good winning season, and see where they land against these bigger schools.
So that's going to do it here for us in the UTRGV segment. We went over baseball, the upcoming conference tournament. We went over the UTRGV football schedule, and we're going to be back now. We're going to be wrapping it up with the NBA playoffs. So stay tuned, and we'll be back after a quick break.
The standard of excellence has always been Cadillac, so be iconic and drive one. Free your Cadillac, Brownsville, Texas.
The new Los Fresnos CISD Career and Technical Education Center is where futures take flight. With 18 programs of study and 43 industry-based certifications available, students gain real-world skills for real-world success. Los Fresnos CISD. What we do here shapes the world.
Insurance companies want you to settle and settle fast. Do not settle. The Nava Law Group will get you what you deserve. We've won millions for our clients. Make the one call that can change your life. DoNotSettle.com.
It means a lot to me. TSC has changed me to make me realize that I can accomplish things. Just don't give up. A long way from where I was to what I am now, and there's no limit to where I'm going.
That's going to be a fumble recovered by the Cardinals.
100 years ago, in the heart of the Rio Grande Valley, a spark was born. From the first dreamers who stepped onto these grounds, Texas Southmost College has stood as a promise that determination can overcome any challenge. Join us as we honor our past, celebrate our present, and ignite the future together. Texas Southmost College, 100 years strong, and the next 100 begin with you.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru. We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate. Call us now.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
And we're back now. We just finished wrapping up the UTRGV football schedule and baseball playoff schedule. So now, and we also went over before that the high school softball, high school baseball preview and recap. So right now we're going to be going over the NBA playoffs, talking about it briefly. A lot going on in the NBA. Spurs just took a 3-2 lead last night over the Wolves. So I mean, we can start there. There's only a couple games to go over. But how do you feel about the Spurs taking a 3-2 lead?
I mean, it's a good thing, but there's also a bad thing that we saw a game earlier when Wemby was ejected for the flagrant 2. And then Wemby is a power.
I think if Wemby doesn't get ejected that game, the series is over.
Maybe, yeah.
Spurs are playing the
That
Thunder.
isn't a good sign, knowing that the Spurs really only rely on Wemby to win. Because I mean,
I don't necessarily think so. I think they played the Blazers, who have two great bigs in Robert Williams and Donovan Clingan, and then you go play the Timberwolves, who have. I mean, yeah, you want to talk all this about Rudy Gobert, but Wemby just makes him look 10 times worse because Wemby will drag him into deep water, the 3-point line, and that's Rudy Gobert can't defend there. But if Wemby's not in the game, Luke Cornett doesn't do the same thing Wemby does, and then they have Julius Randle, they have Naz Reid, they have a lot of bigs. So my point is, Spurs have been playing teams that have a lot of bigs. Yeah, if Wemby's not there, it's gonna look 10 times worse. But I guarantee you, if you're playing the Lakers or the Thunder and no Wemby, it's still no problem, because respectfully to DeAndre Ayton or Jackson Hayes or Chet Holmgren, like Cornette can hang with them defensively. Like just be there. I'm not saying he's better than them, right? But it looks a lot worse when Wemby's not in the games against teams that have 2 or 3 bigs that can go at you. Rudy Gobert's not that guy.
No, good from the Spurs to win, and they do have a good bench, good supporting cast of Champagne, our 6th man of the year, and
Keldon Johnson, coach of the
that.
year, right?
Yeah, so I mean, they have a lot of good things, and shoot, I believe they will move on, and I think they will make it a series against the Thunder.
Spurs in 4.
I don't know about that, but
Spurs in 4.
But they, I mean, the Thunder did sweep easily the Lakers, but I think the Spurs. Exactly, the Lakers had who? Exactly. The Spurs have a bench too, like the Thunder. They have good supporting players too. So there's a lot of almost an equal team, and we saw in that little NBA conference tournament thing they have. They did beat them and all that.
I mean, they have a 3-1, or I believe it's 4-1 series lead on. I mean, like in the season, right, on the Thunder. But I don't want to talk ahead. We haven't won yet.
Yeah,
so let's wait till Friday, Game 6.
Hopefully they keep moving on. Like we mentioned earlier, the Thunder just did sweep the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean,
Bronny didn't do anything.
Let's move on to that one. I mean,
not much.
You know, it's bad when Bronny's getting minutes,
right?
I mean, sorry, but Bronny, don't connect. They're all getting in there, chucking up shots. I mean, it's not good.
Talking about sweep the Knicks as well. Swept the floor with the Sixers. Nothing really there. I mean, the Sixers came in very tired. They did play a 7-game series.
And then they had to play multiple games back to back. It's not like in the first round where you play game, rest, game, and then like you have a couple days off. Now it's rest. I mean, it's game, rest. So it's like you're not getting more than a day of rest. And with a hurt Embiid, Paul George, playoff P wore off. He turned into podcast P. He's more. Well, I can't talk about people with podcasts because.
Yeah,
he got one. But I mean, and then Tyrese Maxey didn't play that well either.
Hate to see it. They're very young.
They weren't the better team. They were not. The Knicks have been rolling. They beat the Sixers. I think maybe it was one close game where but the Sixers. I mean, the Knicks still ended up winning by like 10 points. The other 3 games were like 30 or more. Yeah, they beat the Hawks. They handled the Hawks. I mean. And then they've only lost 2 games in the playoffs so far. It was to the Hawks by a combined total of 3 points. So I think this Knicks team is going to beat, which brings us to our next game, whoever comes out of the East. I mean, whoever comes out of the Cavs-Pistons matchup.
That would be an interesting one because I feel the Cavs have been on a slow start, but they're starting to pick up already. And figuring out how to beat them, and they have. But the Pistons, I don't know. I think the Knicks will go to the finals in between them two. If any of those two teams move on.
I think the Pistons just don't have a second option. Like you have Asar Thompson who who's a defensive player of the year contender. Jalen Duren's not playing well at all. Jared Allen owns him right now. But I mean, like when it comes, it's like with the Spurs, right? Wemby comes out of the game, you have De'Aaron Fox, you have Steph Castle, and in terms of handling the ball, De'Aaron Fox and Steph Castle and Harper can both handle the ball and score 20 points a night. They can, and they show.
James Harden hasn't showed up really. It's all really been about Donovan Mitchell. Basketball.
But for like the Pistons, like you have Cade, who probably would win MVP if he didn't get hurt, and then who's the sixth man? Who's the guy that's gonna come in, or who's gonna help the Pistons in the non-Cade Cunningham minutes? You know what I mean? It's not gonna be Asar Thompson handling the ball. They're
still a young team, so they still have to develop more. I don't think they'll go to the finals, or I don't think they'll even move on.
I think they really.
But I think it would be a Knicks Cavaliers Eastern Conference final for the Knicks to win.
I think the Knicks are going to the finals no matter what.
Well, hopefully it's their year, man. For the Knicks.
And so the Pistons, I would say their main hole is that second offensive score, that second score. You need that. I mean, the Pistons don't have that.
The NBA is all built on you have to have a good bench, and you have to have a number one for sure and a number two guy to rely on when number one gets double team where he shoot. I need to pass the ball, and he shows up, and
Duncan Robinson cannot be your number two.
No. And all of the NBA championship teams have a number two, Michael.
Yeah, we can
Michael
go.
Jordan, Pippen, Shaq.
Let's do that right now. Actually, let's go down the list. Who won the title last year? The Thunder.
The Thunder.
SGA. They had J-Dub.
Yeah.
The Celtics. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Who was the year before that?
Nuggets.
2020. Jokic, Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
It goes on and on. The Heat, any Heat LeBron team, him, D Wade, him, Kyrie, right? Every team, Curry, Klay Thompson, right? Everybody has that.
Duncan, Kawhi.
Duncan. Tony Parker,
yeah.
But
you get the point. There needs to be two, and you have to have
Curry,
a bench.
KD. You need to have a deep team. In my opinion, in my personal opinion, when it comes to basketball, every championship team, you need to have 6 starters. And by that, I mean you need to have a guy come off the bench, the 6th guy that can start on any other team. He needs to be that good, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth of the matter. And hey, you need to have a bench, and the Pistons don't have all that. They're still a very young team.
They're great. They're an amazing team. They got a young core: Duren, Thompson, Cunningham. But you got to cut the fat in terms of players that are holding you back, and you need to get a second scorer. That's what you need.
Yeah,
the Cavs.
It wasn't a good thing that the Orlando Magic took them
to 7 games.
All the way to 7 games. So that wasn't a good sign either. But they're still a young team, a learning team, and they're obviously going to be playoff teams from here on out. Yeah. But they just need to build on that and find their path to get to the finals. And I don't think it's this year, but it will be for the Knicks.
And the Cavs, it's more Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, and then that other team, that rest of the team.
Yeah, but even at that, James Harden hasn't really been showing up. It's James Harden numbers. He has to.
It's James Harden. What do you expect? Come on. I love James Harden, man.
He's averaging 50 at one point.
I'm a big, he was averaging 50.
But he's not even doing what he was already, because James Harden the last couple of years has been known for really passing the ball, getting 10 assists.
But we've seen in the games, I don't know if you watched a couple of the last ones. It's when it gets to a close game, it's literally just ISO ball.
Yeah.
Let's get the ball to James Harden.
That's
ISO ball is not working. Get the ball to Donovan Mitchell.
ISO ball. ISO.
But that's not a team thing. That's not going to help you win games.
You're right.
In my opinion, if you got James Harden, and then you got Mitchell, and yes, in crunch time, you want those two having the ball. But you have Evan Mobley, who can shoot from the 3-point line, who can drive in. And I'm not saying it's like you want him having the ball at the end. But if you're the Pistons, right? So you're going to have Asar Thompson guarding Donovan Mitchell probably. Then you're going to have your second best defender. I don't know who it is. Probably Cade or somebody else. Or somebody on the bench that plays defense guarding Harden. Your third worst defender, which Duncan Robinson, you're going to have Cade on him. Anybody that's in foul trouble, your third best defender is going to be guarding Mobley. Yeah. And if it's a big, he can take him off the dribble. If it's a smaller guy, he's 7 feet tall. I think you just need to utilize him more. And I'm not saying he needs to have the ball in crunch time. But it takes away from the fact that that Mitchell and Harden are going to be guarded by the two best players the whole time. So you need a third option. Like we were just talking about, this the Pistons need a second option, right?
Yeah, I mean, interesting on that, but I think the Knicks will be. Well, they just beat the Sixers, but they will beat whoever they play in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
But the East isn't really that hard. They haven't shown it's been that hard.
The Eastern Conference?
Yeah.
That's why LeBron was able to do so well. Don't even get me started on that topic. That's why LeBron went to 9 straight finals.
But the West is very hard, very competitive. And, hey, if the Thunder are still very young, and if the Spurs or even the Wolves move on, it's still two young teams.
No, not the Wolves.
Well, the Wolves,
not
but,
the Wolves. Not the Wolves.
Hopefully the Spurs will win, and they should. So it'll be very interesting.
I think the Spurs close it out. I mean, they've taken a game from the Wolves at their crib, as Anthony Edwards was saying. But I think they can. I think they will. It's more of a matter of how do they handle these elimination games. Like we saw them handle it with the Blazers, blew them out. But you're not playing Danny Avdia anymore. You're playing Anthony Edwards and company. So I think it's gonna be a great game. I'm excited. I mean, winner plays the Thunder, and then Knicks and Pistons / Cavs. So I think it's gonna be a good playoffs, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, excited for all that.
So that's gonna be it from here. Real Sports Live, talking sports with Josh and Neil. We went over baseball, softball, high school preview, and recap. We also went over UTRGV, the football schedule, and the baseball playoff upcoming schedule, the conference tournament, and then did a little bit of NBA playoffs. So that's going to be it from here. If you're tuning in, if you're just tuning in, watch the rest of the show, and just have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. We'll see y'all next week.